Douglas Cooling and Heating, serving the Birmingham area for 38 years. 988-3706. That's Douglas.
This is the Weather Extreme video for Saturday, February the 19th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters, and see my shirt I got from my trip? Well, okay. Had a great cruise, but back in the saddle once again, thanks to Dr. Tim Coleman for filling in for me last weekend so I could head down to Mobile and take a cruise on the Carnival ship Elation. But let's forget about that. I thought about showing you maybe a couple of hundred pictures from my trip, but I guess we better stick to the weather. How about some Skycam imagery? There's a look at Coleman this morning, and we got a patch or two of some sunshine, but we also have some clouds. Clouds still visible at Tuscaloosa, and not much sun visible there. And there's some fog at Prattville, and fog, I know where I live in Helena, is there too, so fog's been a little patchy this morning. On our surface map, kind of missing some of the surface features on here. But you can see the fog observations across the southeastern U.S. A good deal of snow in the Rockies and in parts of California. In the upper atmosphere, of course, we're dealing with a large trough on the west coast and a trough on the just off the east coast of the United States with a general ridge pattern between the two, and that is keeping us in great weather. And just how great is that weather? We'll take a look at the watch warning map, and isn't this interesting? You know, there's that ridge showing up where there's no watches or warnings in effect all over the southeastern U.S., all the way up into parts of Iowa and Nebraska, and then you get into a whole bunch of stuff. Well, across the vast fruited plain, it is still pretty cold up there in Canada with some very cold minus values on the order of anywhere from about minus 13 to minus 40. But across the eastern half of the country, very warm. You notice those 40s extend all the way up into southeastern Canada. Across the central part of Alabama, we're generally running around 50 degrees this morning. A few spots a little below that, a few spots just a hair above that. So, and you can also see, once again, the fog being reported. QPF-wise, not a lot expected over the next 5 days. I think the next very significant rain event could come late Thursday and into early Friday. So it looks like our rain event coming up is going to be fairly light. All right, this is a 06Z GFS model run, and the models are in pretty good agreement out for several days, but then they diverge, as they often do. Here's the surface pattern for this afternoon at noontime, and you can see the surface high bulging down across the southeastern U.S. and keeping us warm and dry. And the high stays with us on Sunday. The GFS indicating the possibility of maybe some sprinkles. I think that is a possibility, but nothing in the way of any significance. The ridge is holding pretty tough, but because the ridge is holding tough, the main track of storms is well to our north, but that one will bring at least a little bit better chance of rain Monday into early Tuesday. But I think by Tuesday it'll all be out of here. There is the map for Tuesday, and you can see that little trough moving off the mid-Atlantic coast, taking any rain chances with it, and then we get back under the ridge again. But there's still all kinds of mischief going on off to the north and off to the west. But Wednesday we should be once again dry. We stay dry probably on Thursday for much of the day, but a fairly significant shortwave is coming out of the Four Corners area and northwestern Mexico. And as it does, it will zip across very fast, a very fast flow across here, and that brings that shortwave all the way into the northern Ohio River Valley on Friday. So what that means is that late Thursday and into Friday morning, we are likely to be seeing some rain and maybe even the possibility of a thunderstorm or two. But that does zip by quickly. You see the very, very fast flow that is covering the southeastern U.S., and the GFS suggesting that the main trough will hold back on the west coast of the United States. And again, I know there are some differences in the models. and the euro was a little bit more aggressive, but it's kind of hard to, that far out. And there are some reasons why I think the GFS might be the one to follow in this particular case. Well, let's go out into voodoo country, and there comes that huge trough, and that would bring us another significant event around the end of February, and that might actually bring a severe weather event to the central part of the United States and perhaps even portions of the southeastern U.S. And then by the 6th of March, holy mackerel, March, we're already into approaching the third month of the year. There is the ridge once again holding strong as a lot of the energy is being shunted off to the north and away from the southeastern U.S., but that might have an impact on us. Well, that'll do it for the Weather Xtreme video. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for staying tuned. And in the meantime, I hope to have the next one posted around 7 or 7:30 tomorrow morning. In the meantime, I hope that you have a great day and Godspeed.
Each day there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part of all the best things about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.